shit. A very minute amount of stuff is learned in school. It's all specifics in school.
Or if that school with the shit that you learn is fucking trash and it's not applicable to the real world, so then you go out trying to use this shit that you learned and it's not working, and then you go, well, it must be something wrong with me. Why am I so fucking stupid? Everybody else got it figured out. And then you blame yourself and then you hate yourself, but in reality, it's not even your fault. It's just what was taught to you because niggas teach shit that doesn't matter for some reason.
Well, it depends what kind of school, like college.
Or if all schools are like that, just because that's just the general fucking CEO of school. That's what he's telling everybody to teach.
Well, if I mean, everyone has to go through school.
Yeah, but it's shit school. Shit school that turns you into a fucking robot who wants to work 9 to 5s instead of doing the creation and passion. It's a school system that gets you ready to be a fucking robot and then go join the military and be another robot.
Well, then that's the lifestyle you have to live. I mean,
Why? Because of where you're born?
yeah.
You're just forced to live a fucking gray robot lifestyle.
No, you're forced to adapt to your.
But you're not adapting to anything. You're just going up in it, and it's like, nigga, I didn't get a chance to adapt. This is how I was formed. This is how I was made.
But you won't have the chance to think that. See, because if you're born somewhere, that place's idea of success is going to be different from another place's. Because I know in Africa, it's like all the schools are pretty shit. Like, I went to school over there. But given how shit the schools were, I still, without a doubt, learned things that were important. Like, I learned English in Africa before I even came to America. And then I also learned French in school over there. And I'm sure math is important to everyone. And like basic shit like English and stuff. So it doesn't matter how bad your school is. Regardless of how shitty it is, you're gonna be taught things that are useful. And if it's things that you think are useful to you, you're gonna hold on to them. Like the stuff you're saying, like being taught to work as robots and blah blah blah. If you're growing up and to you that's not what you want, then I think you'll find a way to do what you want. Or you're gonna have to. You know, like it's not easy. You're not gonna be put into the situation you magically supposed to wanna have. It's like I was put in Africa and I hated it over there. So situations led up to us moving here. And this is where I feel like I'm happy. So there's ways. It's just based on who's stronger or not, I guess. Which is kind of fucked up, but if you think about it, that's how all life systems are. From bugs to plants to animals to everything. The strong survive. If you let everything affect you, like everything, your environment, the people in it, the weather, all this other shit, then it's gonna destroy you. But if you let certain things affect you and allow those things to help shape you into someone who you think will be able to take care of themselves, then I think that's how you succeed at life. It doesn't matter what you're born into. You can be born into a fucking garbage can or be put at someone's door or whatever, or be found and still grow up to be whatever the fuck you want. You don't have to even have parents. There are many people who don't know their parents or have never met their parents who still do what they want today. And I believe those people were strong. They live life the right way. If you're lazy, you'll fuck up. It's kind of laziness too. You have to be ready to be engaged enough to think about things. You can't just let shit pass you by. like some high niggas. That's how I describe highness. It's that moment. I think that's why I like being high. Because me, normally, by default, I'm always thinking about shit that's happening around me. Like, always interpreting shit, always analyzing people's emotions, the way they look at shit, the way they move, all that shit. And nobody probably knows this. I don't even like,
You're barely realizing it yourself.
yeah, even me. And then I realize and I'm like, oh shit, this is happening. This is how this person's feeling. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, I know everything going on. But when I'm high, that's when I'm the most quiet. But it's not like an antisocial quiet. It's like I can just sit here and enjoy
Like it's silence from your own mind.
exactly, and I can just enjoy what's actually being said to me instead of what I'm
Interpreting.
interpreting in my head. And that's why I love smoking weed. That's my legitimate reason for enjoying being high.
I would say like you don't think it's ever should be worked on to try to get to a point where you can be like that, like normal, like just without being high, and you can also just be chill, like in
Oh
the
yeah,
moment, in the present.
that's the fucking dream. I wish I could fucking do that. Like just tune myself out real quick.
It's possible. That's literally how I be living
Yeah,
95% of the time.
it's possible,
I,
but
no, I'm telling you from experience. It's literally how I be.
that's how you are.
Most of the time, yeah. Cause like I don't. Cause you and my girl kind of have the similar thing where like y'all can interpret, y'all see people's reactions, y'all see all that shit, y'all notice all those little things, and then that causes y'all to like spiral out of control or whatever.
I don't think it's a bad thing. It doesn't cause me to spiral out of control or
But the
anything.
point is, it's like causing you
It's more of a
harm.
nuisance than anything. It's like I think it's a good thing if anything. Like damn, I'm actively thinking all the time. I'm like absorbing so much knowledge constantly. I love it. It's just kind of a nuisance because I wish sometimes I could just chill and just like really be like connected.
And you don't think you can get to a point where you can just flip a switch? Okay, on listening mode. Okay, off. I'm chilling.
Yeah, in rare occasions, some like at parties and shit. Like if I'm in the right airspace and I have enough factors contributing to me just wanting to lax, then yeah. At parties, I be getting lit as fuck, whether I'm intoxicated or high or not.
Because I'm not. I'm realizing that that's something different we have between us, where I can be everything could be going on, and I'm just chilling. Like generally like none of this bothers me, and like there be times when like something would happen and my emotional reaction doesn't reflect the situation.
Yeah,
Like
me
like
too.
like a nigga almost hit me with this car, and I was just like, oh damn, it's crazy. All laxed as fuck, but I feel like other people would be fucking screaming or honk or whatever. But me, I'm over here, damn, they almost died. That's crazy.
For real.
Or like 'cause I think it's like, cause there are times where I want to like be attentive or notice every little crack or detail like you say you do, but like I don't, and then a time will come up where they mention something. I'm like, what the fuck did I rap? What are you talking about?
Exactly. It just comes in randomly. Even that one time when, remember when it was me, you, and Rome driving, and then I didn't see that one nigga next to me, and I like slowly went into him. Me and you were literally just there, like laughing about it afterwards. And this nigga Rome, the person who wasn't even driving
Oh, you mean when you were about to make that turn
that turn,
and you hit like a van or whatever?
yeah, and then
Oh,
I scratched up on that nigga.
oh, yeah.
This nigga Rome had the audacity to be the angriest person in the car, but he wasn't the one even driving. And it wasn't his car, but he was the angriest one. And me, who would have had to deal with all the repercussions, was chilling afterwards. So, like, yeah, niggas is way different. Even us. People say we're alike a lot, but nobody realizes how different we are. I feel like me and you are opposites after talking about this. Like, about how you're just more chill in situations and I'm more attentive. Like, that's complete opposite personalities, if you really think about it.
And then we gotta just learn to appreciate people's differences instead of, hating them or killing them for it. And it's like,
Exactly.
nah, bro, you're just different. Whether because you're nature or nurture, you're different and you just gotta just live with it, deal with it. Or you can not deal with it, you can always leave. But if you wanna deal with it, this person's your friend and you just deal with it and accept it instead of, you're different, kill yourself.
Exactly.
Die. And it's like,
Like,
nah,
why
bro.
should I expect anyone to act like me?
Because it would be boring if everybody was the same. That
Exactly.
fucking SpongeBob episode, everybody was
I
normal and
don't
shit.
even see why you'd want everyone to be doing such routine things.
Because diversity, that shit is wonderful. Individual diversity that comes together as a collective, that's like the strongest thing.
Facts. And that's what people are scared of most.
I feel like people, like, they put labels and titles on people because it's easier to identify them and learn how to control those people rather than seeing everybody as an individual. We'd rather just, oh, you're black, that means you do all this, so now I know your whole life because it's just this color of your skin or some shit. It's like, nah, bruh. A person's a whole ass human sentient being with the whole story just like you do. But you want to put this label on them, or you want to dehumanize or decharacterize them. That way, it's easier for you to terrorize them and treat them like shit because you determined that they're dumb monkeys instead of humans. It's like, nah, bro, what the fuck?
Even now, I'm in the middle of this super scandalous act. So, long story, in as like a kind of summary first, basically, I'm like, logically, I can't pass up this opportunity. Even though it's kind of not good for me to do so, but like, I feel so stupid if I let like the opportunity to be with someone like that just slip by. Cause literally is one of the finest people I've ever seen in my life. Like in my life. So like I'm just kinda torn. But like yeah, niggas have been chilling. We've been hanging out, texting like 24/7. And when I say 24/7, I mean like nonstop. Like every time I open my phone, there's a message from her. Without fail. But she's also crazy. Like, she's a crazy bitch. So, like, she's unpredictable. And I don't want to, like, get myself in trouble. But also, the adrenaline rush from the whole thing is, like, fucking crazy. And I love it.
Just doing scandalous shit gives you adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Why? Because you feel like you're in like a show, or you feel like your
Because
character.
it's out of the box for me. Because especially since I said I have an antisocial personality,
Oof.
me going out of my way to do like shit like this that I've heard my friends talk about doing, like
It's like, damn.
all this crazy college shit that I've been missing on, and this is like my first taste of that, kind of like doing something scandalous.
It's like it feels like you like
It's like a
like not like a show, but it's like you feel not a sense of belonging, but it's like, oh, I'm, because you hear about all this crazy shit, like, ooh, this bitch stomped into my car or whatever, and he's like, damn, that's crazy, and then something not like that happens to you, but something crazy happens to you, and it's like, oh shit, it's like this is new, or it's like it's something I'd never experienced, like I never thought I would be a dude to like affect somebody's relationship or be like some shit like that.
mm,
And it feels like, nigga.
I don't know, man. This shit's crazy. But if we end up fucking, I won't be surprised in the slightest.
How's she even a crazy bitch? Like, what are you talking about?
She
But does that make her a crazy bitch?
Yes. because it was an argument, like a normal argument that they had
Over what?
over just normal relationship shit.
What
Like,
is normal? Because what may seem normal may seem out of the blue, but we just normalized it.
but regardless of the situation, if your response is to steal something of the other person, that classifies you as crazy in my book. If you have an irrational response to perfectly rational behavior, or even to anything, that makes you crazy to me. Because it doesn't make any sense. Because this past week that I've been getting to know her, she's been seeming a lot less crazy.
Yeah, because you
To me.
understand how she was nurtured and
No,
nurtured.
because I'm seeing a different side of her. Because before it was just shit people told me. And small stuff that I've witnessed. Like a couple times, like 2 times I've been there, I witnessed craziness. Like her just going off. And it's like typical like white girl crazy.
Which is?
You know what that is? You've seen movies and shit.
Calling the police?
Yes,
Really?
that type. She's that type.
Did she do that?
No, but that's something she would do.
But what? I still don't understand what white girl. I don't understand.
What don't you understand?
The typical white girl shit.
I don't know how to explain it.
And the going off part, like. Plus, is she like even really is it right or whatever to classify her as a crazy bitch when it's like the shit that happened?
No.
You don't think the shit that happened to her or how the things she was raised by affected her situation? Do you think it's like her fault?
It's still
Like
her
sure, but like it's easy to like blame the person and like sure the person can take some of the blame, but we can't just put all that under one umbrella that it's her fault, like, because she's a crazy bitch. Like we don't put none of the blame on her family.
No. I'm not blaming her for anything. I don't really care that she did it. You know, like I'm not judging her for it. Besides the fact that in my spectrum of things, that makes her crazy to me. Because to me, I think everything can be logically worked out. So, the simple fact that you went out of your way to do this completely irrational thing that takes all this extra effort just to prove a point or be petty, that makes you some form of crazy. Because I don't do that. I don't go out of my way to hurt people to make myself feel better to try to prove a point. Like, never. I've never done that. And if I have, then I don't do it anymore because I've learned from it. So, that's just me. But I fucking love her, bro. I wouldn't change anything about her. She's like so interesting to me.
And you don't think like can you see yourself being married to her or whatever, even with the shit she's done?
Hell no.
But like why? Because of the quote unquote crazy bitch stuff she did?
Not because of any of that. I just can't see myself being married to her.
Why not?
Because that's not how I see her.
But how do you
I need a very... I don't believe in marriage, first of all.
Yeah, I think marriage is like that's a whole nother tangent, but still the whole
for me to want to see
idea of
someone
marriage.
in that way, because I think there are stages. There's like liking someone, there's loving someone, there's being infatuated with someone, and then there's wanting to marry someone. And for me to want to marry someone, there are very select few things that have to be met.
Like shit
Really
that's actually possible, not surface level shit like looks.
I don't really care about looks. You just have to look decent. Because I don't think I'm that ugly of a person. I don't think I'm good looking. But from what I think about myself and from what countless other people have told me, I'm not in the ugly category. So I don't want someone who's in the ugly category. I'm not gonna look for some fucking drop dead beautiful goddess bitch of sex. No,
Why I feel
no,
so.
I don't need none of that. I just need me a decent looking girl who can take care of herself, who thinks logically like I do. That's it. That's really all I want. A smart, decent looking, logical person. And then of course there's other stuff like they have to be comedic, like they have to have a sense of humor, and then so on and so forth. But that's basically it. And is not one of those things. She's not logical at all. Which means I would never marry her unless she were to change that. But I'm not one to make people change. So I'm going to say she needs to live her best life the way she wants to, whatever that is, and keep it at that.
But because to me, or how I view my partner, or my current girl at least, I don't see her like I don't, because where she's at right now, or like in the past or whatever, people would be like, nah, I need somebody, I need somebody who's like this or like that. It's like, nah. But when I see, I'm like, you have such potential, you can do amazing things. But because of where you were raised and how that shit affect you, your past and experiences, it messed you up and left you in this situation. So now whenever you try to get with a dude or try to do something, you just can't. You're stuck because you have the crazy bitch label or some shit like that. But in reality, you're just like, nah, fam, I was chilling the whole time.
Well,
And like I had the potential to do great things, but nobody will give me a chance. And especially with like, I don't know, ugly people, you like to say, well, if they the potential to do great things,
listen,
but because
ugly
nobody,
people
but
would have
because
other
nobody.
ugly people to give them the opportunity to unlock their potential.
Let's say even if your girl, she was like ugly, but she's like the perfect for you. It's basically what you need to do to be great in life. But
If
you don't give her a chance because she's ugly as fuck.
If one out of three of those things are not met, I don't want her.
Well, if three of those things are met,
because I don't ask for much. Decent looking, not beautiful, not gorgeous, but decent looking. Beautiful to me, of course, but in my same like class range, in my same league. That's the right word. I want someone in my league because I think it's a good starting point for both people. Because this might be stereotypical, or I don't know if that's the right word, but I think people in the same leagues understand each other better. Like ugly people understand ugly people, and mediocre people understand mediocre people. I think it kind of works that way. So I want someone I can kind of get a basis with already. And then smart, because I definitely see myself as a smart person. And I need someone smart to be able to keep up with me, if that makes sense. Not to like sound gloaty or anything, but I just want someone that I can talk to normally and they'll understand what I'm saying 90% of the time. And logical. If anything, that's the most important one. I need someone who can handle situations. Because if I'm going to be trusting you with my life, I need you to think in the most normal way possible. Not normal, but like smart. Like don't be letting the situation control you, basically. Control the situation, not the other way around. Regardless, even if it's because I'm bugging or some shit. Like we were talking about, shit comes up sometimes. If I'm bugging, I need someone to be able to handle me so that I can be back to my normal self and vice versa. Because I think I can do that with people pretty damn well.
do what?
Like handle people. I think I'm pretty good at handling people, or even just talking. No, I don't think I'm good at talking to people. I think I'm good at talking to people who are close to me. But yeah, I just need. There are just three things that I want from someone, and it's three very broad things. Like it can arch out to a lot. You can be smart in many types of ways. You can be logical, and there are different types of ways to be logical. There's there's street logic, there's book logic, there's emotion logic, and I think the person that can use all of those together is the best one. And I won't settle for anything less than that. And I think it's good for me to keep those values because I don't really want to have a bunch of female experiences. Like like I don't want to have a bunch of long-term, not long-term, serious relationships. Cuz I think that if you have a bunch of failed serious relationships, I think that messes you up. That's another thing you're going to have to learn to not let affect you. But like I'm okay with like little flings here and there. And then if along the line I find that person and I think that's the person, then my intention will be for that to be the one. If that's not theirs, that's fine. Then I just find for I just look for the next one. But until I find that person, that's my mindset as well. To just keep looking and like trying new things. What the fuck is this cat? I should scare the fuck out of this
The only
man.
thing is, what the difference between long things and flings, because essentially they're both the same thing, whether it's long or short. The only thing that matters is the experience and the growth you gain from within those things. Because with me, I've only been with one other chick before. Yeah, I've only been with one other chick, and I would say I've grown a lot and learned from it and became a better person just off that one person. And it wasn't. It was 9 months. I don't know if that's like the midway range between long and short, but the point is, through that one person, I feel like I've gained more experience and knowledge than like most people who be having flings a year, a fling again, two other flings, and then another year relationship. They've been in a lot of relationships, but they still seem to be struggling or still seem to be fucked up.
Well, yeah,
And
I
and
don't
it
think you
doesn't matter how
should.
much experience they got. The point that matters is learning and going from your past relationships and not holding hurt. Just learning instead of just the quantity I have or the quality or the length I have matters. And it's like, no, none of that shit matters. It's what you learn in the end. It's the new knowledge that you gain that is healthy and is not toxic. Don't be building up walls that block other people's blessings and block your blessings, and more important.